Good morning, students. Welcome back on this 10th of June, or today is 10th, Wednesday English classes. Almost 1 month has gone by. Last June, May we started with the classes. 1 month has gone. This will go on till the end of August or beginning of September. Yesterday the government has given orders, only September the schools will reopen. So till September we'll be having such kind of classes going on for us, and we'll try to finish as much as possible with the portions. At least 3 units for this whole term we got to finish. So please, as you finish the lessons, please pay attention to the lessons, go to the new words, the new concepts, try to understand, read it. Don't just take it lethargically, carelessly, and ignore your studies. Only if you start studying now, you'll be able to be prepared for the whole year's 10 standard course. Soon as you're back in the month of September, as I told you, you'll be having your quarterly exams, so be prepared for it. Okay, now you finished the first unit, second unit, prose and poetry we have finished. Now we are on the halfway through with the supplementary lesson, Zigzag. Hope all of you are understanding the story of the supplementary lesson, Zigzag. As you all know, the bird Zigzag was sent by Dr. Krishnan's friend Somu just for a few days to be taken care of as he was going to Alaska. And when Somu's servant, that is his cook, came and handed over the bird, he said so many things about this bird. He praised this bird regarding his way of speaking, his singing and all that. So these children were just waiting for this unusual bird to listen to his talk and to listen to his songs. But they were disappointed on seeing that Zigzag was not even opening his mouth. So they tried all ways to make this bird to open his mouth and talk to them. But this bird showed no signs of talking. He just took the plate full of fruits and nuts that was offered to him, took the fruits and nuts, what was given to him, and then hit them all in the fan's chandelier and the blades of the fan, and he conveniently went and slept off on the curtain rod. Then see what happens in the next forthcoming paragraphs of the story. Now come to page number 52, the second paragraph. Second paragraph. You all open the lesson, page number 52, paragraph 2. Both eyes brightened momentarily as Zigzag picked up a walnut. But refusing to speak, he dropped one wrinkled eyelid in a solemn wink and flew clumsily to deposit the nut on the enormous chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Bit by bit and in total silence, all the fruit of the plate was transferred to the chandelier and onto the blades of the ceiling fan. Now the fan was switched off. So what did the bird do? The bird, soon as the plate of fruits and nuts was offered to him, he just looked at the plate in a very boring manner. But he didn't want to miss those lovely, delicious fruits and nuts. So what he did, he picked up the nuts that was kept, the walnuts, the nuts, dry fruits mentioned is the first dry fruit mentioned is the walnut. He picked up a walnut, but he refused to speak. He just dropped one wrinkled eyelid in a solemn wink. He just looked at these people watching him. Who were watching him? That is Krishnan's daughter and son. They're just eagerly watching this bird to speak, but he just gave a boring look at these children, picked up the nut, and in a very clumsy manner. Clumsy means what? Very lazily, he went, picked up the fruits and nuts one by one, and went and deposited. Deposited means what? He went and placed them. He went and rested the birds, fruits and the nuts on the chandelier of the fan and on the blades of the fan. He flew clumsily to deposit the nut on the enormous chandelier. Enormous means what? Huge. Enormous, huge chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Bit by bit, little by little. Bit by bit means little by little, and in total silence, without making any noise, without even speaking anything, not making any sound. He just picked up bit by bit and went and placed all the fruits that was kept in the plate on the chandelier of the fan and the base of the fan, and transferred to the chandelier and onto the blades of the ceiling fan. And that time the fan was switched off. It was not running, it was just in a stagnant manner. Then, perching comfortably on a curtain rod, Zigzag dropped one wizened eyelid in another solemn wink as he sank his beak into a plump gover. So next, what did he do? He went and comfortably settled himself on the window rod. He perched means went and settled down on the window rod, and he just gave another look. He gave a wizened eyelid in another solemn wink. Just winked. Wink means what? Closing the eyelid slowly and trying to wink at the children watching him. He just sank to sleep means he just went off to sleep, or before he could go to sleep, he picked up another fruit, a nice plump guava. Plum means nice ripe and juicy guava. He went and picked up a guava and went and settled down that also on the blade of the fan. Then meanwhile, the children were just eagerly waiting for this bird to speak. They were so disappointed because this bird refused to speak. Vishu, the servant, he just pacified the children by saying, "Don't worry, children." Vishu comforted as he left, noticing how disappointed they looked when Zigzag stubbornly refused to say a single word to them, even though they tried speaking to him in English, Hindi, Tamil and French. So here before leaving, Vishu saw these children were so disappointed because they were just waiting for this bird to speak, but this bird refused to speak. Very stubborn. Stubborn means what? Very arrogant. He acted so arrogant, he just stubbornly refused to speak even one word. So these children were so disappointed. Seeing this disappointment on the children's face, Vishu, the cook, he just told, "Don't worry, children, later on he may talk to you." "Don't worry, children," Vishu comforted as he left, noticing how disappointed they looked when Zigzag stubbornly refused to say a single word to them, even though they tried speaking to him in English, Hindi, Tamil and French. Just wait till Zigzag settles down in this new home. You can have a great time listening to him. So what is the servant, that cook, tell them and go? This place is new to him. New home, new environment, new people. So he is getting scared. So it may take some more time for him to settle down. Maybe 1 or 2 days. Then he'll start talking to you. Saying this, the cook bid goodbye to them and he left. What did he say? Just wait till Zigzag settles down in this new home. Then you can have a great time listening to him. So when a place is new, anybody will feel uncomfortable, isn't it? Suppose you're going to a new school, on the very first day, the second day, third day, you feel awkward because all new people are around, new friends around. You may feel awkward. So it will take time for you to settle down, take time for you to study them. Then slowly, little by little, maybe gradually 1 week or 10 days, you'll start to get to know these new children, and then you will start talking to them. So this may be the same thing with this bird also. As it happened, the children didn't have to wait more than 10 minutes to have a great time listening to Zigzag, for as soon as Vishu left, Zigzag, still perched on the curtain rod, went out to sleep. He just didn't go out to sleep. As he went out to sleep, what was the shock these people got? He started snoring so badly. The snore was so loud that disturbed everybody, even in the neighboring area. Even the people, the next house, they were disturbed by the sound of this bird sleeping. As it happened, the children didn't have to wait more than 10 minutes to have a great time listening to Zigzag. For as soon as Vishu left, Zigzag, still perched on the curtain rod, went off to sleep, and the moment he fell asleep, he began to snore. Snores here, they give it a nice stress. They stress the word snore in big letters, saying that he started snoring. You know what is snoring, no? So when he went out to sleep, he started snoring, making such a big sound. And what a snore it was! He started making noise. It began as a soft, grumbly sort of grumble, but much like that which the stomach of a mildly hungry dinosaur might have made. Then it grew louder and louder and louder until it sounded as if a herd of elephants with cold was trumpeting angrily in the room, making such a big noise. How the snore starts? What the author says here, what a snore it was. Slowly started. The snore began in a very slow phase first. A small grumbling sort of a rumble. Suppose your stomach is rolling, noise will come, isn't it? So started making that kind of noise. Then little by little the sound became huge. The sound became bigger and bigger. And here the author is comparing the snoring sound of this bird to a dinosaur. Then he's comparing it to a elephant, not one elephant, a herd of elephants. When a herd of elephants come around, trumpeting. Trumpeting is what? The sound of the elephant. You must have heard the elephant making noise. So when a herd of elephants make noise, how the sound will be there? The same sound this bird was making when he was sleeping. The sound grew louder and louder and louder until it sounded as if a herd of elephants, herd means a group of elephants, with cold was trumpeting. The elephants are feeling cold and was trumpeting angrily. You must have seen the elephants getting angry, and when they come angry, they make such a huge sound. So this was the sound of this bird snoring. Zigzag snored, pounded their eardrums till their heads ached. So the sound was so much they had almost closed the ears because the sound was pounding. Pounding is what? When somebody pounds something, you hear the sound, isn't it? So there's such kind of noise. They could hear this by this bird snoring. Zigzag snored, pounded their eardrums till their heads ached. Ache means pain. They started getting a severe head pain. The sound of the snoring was so big that they had to close their ears literally, and the head started to ache. Ache means pain. In vain did they try to wake the snoring bird. 21 languages he is supposed to know, snorted Mrs. Krishnan. Yet this bird chooses to communicate only in Snorish, Snorsy, Snorian, Snorily, and Snorrilu. So all kind of words Mrs. Krishnan is using. Nice chance for Mrs. Krishnan to criticize this bird. Just a few hours before, she was just refusing flatly to bring this gift of Mrs. Somu to the home. She criticized even all the other gifts what Mrs. Somu sent. And now she got a nice chance to speak up with this bird, because this bird is proving that he is not able to talk. And you are saying this bird can speak in 21 languages. He is only speaking in Snorish languages. He is only snoring, and that was the only language he knows. So she is condemning. She is completely accusing this bird for not knowing to speak even one language. And she is just taunting. She is taunting and saying, 21 languages. He is supposed to know, not one language. His only language is only what? Snoring. Snorted. Snorted means she snarled back. snorted Mrs. Krishnan. Yet, this bird chooses to communicate only in snorish language. So she's using all kinds of words to mention or describe this word snort. In snorish, snorries, snorian, snorily, and snorillo. So all kinds of words she's using for this word snoring. So nice chance for this Mrs. Krishnan to accuse this zigzag, accuse this bird. Next paragraph. I thought it was scientific fact that birds couldn't snore, said Maya, trying to squirt water from a small water pistol at zigzag to wake him up and wetting most of the curtains, the walls and a sofa inside. So this bird, this small girl was getting so impatient. She was just waiting for this bird to speak something. So what did she say? Well, she said that I thought it was only a scientific thought. Scientifically, I only heard bird will snore. But this bird is not even able to talk, with only snoring, said Maya. And what did she do? She took a small pistol. You'll know that's toy pistol. She filled water. They'll use during the holy time and all know, while playing, putting colors on others. So it has a pistol. She just took some water into the pistol and she started to shoot at the bird, just to wake the bird up, to ask the bird to get up so that he can talk to them. So she tried to wake up this bird by splashing water through the pistol. Trying to squirt water from a small water pistol at zigzag to wake him up and wetting most. So what did she do in the bargain? Did the bird get up? The bird was not bothered, it didn't move at all. But in fact, the curtains around, the sofa around were all getting wet because of this splashing of the water. All the curtains, the walls, and sofa were getting wet instead. But the bird was not getting up. African witch doctors, birds don't obey scientific rules. Arvind was announced. So next it was the turn of Arvind to say something about this. What did he say? African witch doctors, birds don't obey scientific rules. Arvind was annoyed that his best imitations of a raging lion, a hungry hyena, and a ferocious dog had failed to draw zigzag out of his deep slumber. Now he tried his loudest, most frightening coy to call. So he made, next was Maya trying to splash water on this bird to wake up the zigzag. And next, what did Arvind do? He was so angry because his bird refused to get up and refused to talk. He was so angry, he made huge sounds. He imitated the sound of a lion. He roared like a lion. He made noise like a hyena. Hyena is a wild animal. And he made some noise of a ferocious dog. When a dog ferociously barks at somebody, how angry it gets, how loud the voice is. So he tried making all kinds of noises to wake up this bird, but this bird refused to get up. But it failed to draw zigzag out of his deep slumber. Slumber means sleep. All kinds of noises, sounds is Arvind tried to make, but this bird refused to get up from his sleep. Slumber here means sleep, deep sleep. Now he tried his loudest, most frightening coy to call. Another call he tried to make, but the bird refused to get up. But zigzag slept on undisturbed and snored on. So all kinds of things his children tried to make the bird to get up, but this bird refused to get up. He was just in his deep sleep. He was not at all disturbed. Undisturbed means what? Opposite of disturbed. He was not at all disturbed. He was just fast asleep. In total despair at their failure to wake zigzag or at least stop him snoring, they shut themselves in the bedroom that was furthest away from Mrs. Krishnan's studio, where zigzag was creating the terrible din. Mrs. Krishnan was just unraveling a roll of cotton wool to stuff in her ears When they heard their maid Lakshmi shrieking as if she had been electrocuted. Electrocuted means what? When you get a shock from the electric current. So what happens here? Next paragraph. The turn of the mother, that is Mrs. Krishnan, in total despair. Despair means disappointed at the failure. They so disappointed. They tried all the ways to make the bird get up. The bird refused to get up. So it was just failure to wake up Zigzag, or at least make him stop snoring. Either he should get up, or at least he should stop making that noise, because all of them in the house were getting a severe headache. They shut themselves in the bedroom. They didn't want to hear the sound. They all of them left that room and went and shut themselves in the bedroom. That was more far away from the room where the bird was sleeping. That was furthest away from Mrs. Krishnan's studio. Mrs. Krishnan had a separate room that she called that as a studio where she did a painting work. And even the studio, Mrs. Krishnan was able to hear the snoring. So what did she do? To avoid getting disturbed, she took cotton rolls and stuffed in her eardrums, stuffed in her ears. The studio where Zigzag was creating the terrible noise. Dinya means noise. Mrs. Krishnan was just unraveling a roll of cotton wool to stuff in her ears when they heard their maid Lakshmi shrieking as if she had been electrocuted. Suddenly, when Mrs. Krishnan was stuffing her ears with cotton, suddenly they heard a huge sound, a shrieking sound, a yelling sound, as if somebody was shocked with an electric current. Somebody gets electric current, how one will make a noise. So whom did they hear? They hear the maid. The maid went to the bird's room and she never knew. She never knew what is happening in this house. So she just went to put on the fan. Soon as the switch was on, the fan switch was put, what happened? What was placed on the blades of the fan? All fruits, nuts, everything. What happened? Once the fan started to move, all the fruits on the blade started to fall all over the room. Full speed the fan blades are moving, and all the fruits that is kept on the fan blade started splashing. So seeing this lady never knew anything about this. This servant lady, she started shouting, "Oh, it's raining! It's raining fruits in our house! It's raining nuts in our house! Dry fruits are falling in our house!" She was so excited. Hearts hammering, they rushed to the studio to find Lakshmi dancing and clapping her hands excitedly as she yelled. So she was so excited. Why she was excited? What is this? All fruits falling. From where the fruits falling in our house? She's asking. And what did they see? Hearing the sound of the Lakshmi, all of them rushed to see what happened. And here Lakshmi was so happy. She started clapping and she was so excited seeing the fruits falling all over the room. They found Lakshmi dancing and clapping her hands excitedly as she yelled, We have been blessed, she'll say. We've been blessed. God is blessing us with fruits from the heavens, she'll say. We've been truly blessed. It's raining papayas and bananas in this room. So in our room, instead of rain coming, what God is sending us? God is blessing us with papayas and bananas from top. It's raining papayas and bananas in this room. She's so excited. They froze in horror. They got so angry looking at this Lakshmi clapping so excitedly. They froze in horror. Lakshmi had apparently switched on the fan on which Zigzag had left some fruit and nuts. Half-baked fruit streamed off the fan, dampening even Lakshmi's enthusiasm as a gover landed on her cheek with a soft squish, and one walnut hit her forehead with a loud smack. One slice of overripe papaya came whizzing off the fan, and as they swashed it helplessly, it, oh horror, splattered all over Mrs. Krishnan's unfinished masterpiece, Sunset at Marina, spreading streaks of gooey orange pulp and shiny black seeds all over it. So what happened? When they heard Lakshmi's voice, they got scared. They all came to the room to see what has happened. And what did they see? They saw Lakshmi getting excited. They thought Lakshmi thought it's raining papayas and bananas in the house. God is blessing them with papayas and bananas from heaven. So they got so angry. They froze in horror. They got so angry. They filled with anger for Lakshmi. What did Lakshmi do? She never knew. If Lakshmi had to know, she wouldn't have put the switch on, isn't it? But unmistakably, she didn't put on the switch. And what happened? All the fruit that Zigzag had placed on the chandelier of the fan and the blades of the fan, or the half-baked fruit, all streamed off the fan, all started falling over the room. Dampening. Dampening means wetting. The dampen means what? To wet. When the water falls on your dress, it gets dampened, it gets wet, isn't it? That's called wet. That is called dampening. Dampening given Lakshmi's enthusiasm. She was so filled with enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is what? Astonished, amazed. As a guava landed on the cheek, a guava came and fell on her cheek. With a soft squish, and one walnut hit on the forehead. Walnut means it will be hard. Guava was soft, came and splashed on the cheek, whereas a walnut came and fell top on her head. Walnut hit her forehead with a loud smack. One slice of overripe papaya came whizzing off the fan, and as they washed it helplessly, horror splattered all over Mrs. Krishnan's unfinished masterpiece, Sunset at Marina, spreading streaks of gooey orange pulp and shiny black seeds all over it. So what happened? All the fruits started falling all over. Ripe guava came and splashed on her cheek, and a ripe papaya. What happened? Ripe papaya came and splashed on Mrs. Krishnan's painting work, half finished painting work. What she was doing? What painting work she was doing? Half finished marina. She was doing the Marina Beach, the sunset at Marina. Nice scenery, beautiful scenery she was drawing. And this papaya went and splashed on the canvas of the painting, and all papayas, orange colors, fruit splashed on this canvas, and the seeds got stuck, and that gave a different look on the painting altogether. Streaks of gooey orange pulp and shiny black seeds all over it. We'll do one more paragraph. Next paragraph. Mrs. Krishnan groaned tragically and looked ready to shoot Zigzag, but he was saved by the bell, the telephone bell. They answered one call after another as all the neighbors ran up to demand what the awful slr sound was, and if they could please have some peace. And through all this commotion, Zigzag slept on unconcerned and snored on. So there was full of commotion in Mr. Krishnan's house. Mrs. Krishnan groaned. Groan means started shouting angrily. She went to the phone to call up to her husband, complaining about this bird. That this bird is creating a big nuisance in the house. She groaned tragically and looked ready to shoot Zigzag. She was waiting to shoot him down. She wanted to kill this Zigzag and get rid of him. But he was saved by the bell. By the time she went to shoot it, telephone bell rang. Telephone bell. They answered one call after another as all the neighbors came asking, what is this sound? The neighbors also could hear the sound of the birds snoring. They came asking, what is this sound? So much of nuisance it is. We are not able to be in peace. They are coming and complaining. They answered one call after another as all the neighbors rang up. Even the neighbors started calling to them over the telephone. They demanded what the awful sound was, and if they could please have some peace. They wanted some peace. So much of disturbance in our neighbor's house. So we don't want this sound. We want peace. We want quietness in this area, they say. And through all this commotion, Zigzag was not bothered at all. He did not stir at all. He did not move at all. was fast asleep. Nothing made this bird to get up. The girl splashed water on this bird, tried to wake him up, he wouldn't get up. The boy Arvind tried to make all kinds of noises, still he wouldn't get up. The maid came into the room, she put on the fan switch, the fan started to move, all the fruits started splashing. Even then, the bird was unmoved, it never got disturbed at all, it went out to sleep. And here Mrs. Krishna was yelling and shouting because all her painting got spoiled. She was shouting with anger, went to shoot at the bird, the telephone bell ringing, neighbors coming and shouting. Nothing made this bird to get up. He was happily sleeping on the rod of the window. Peacefully he was sleeping and snoring away to glory. He was just snoring and making everybody getting disturbed. So I think we'll take one more period to finish this lesson. Almost another 2 pages, 1.5, 2 pages are there. So we'll finish the next period, that is on Friday. Friday we'll finish it, and then we will get in touch with the grammar work and plus all the other exercises at the back of the lesson. So children, now you try to read. You try to read the remaining part of the lesson, try to understand the story and see what is the climax of the story, how the story ends. If you read it like a story, you'll definitely understand. So please read the story and try to understand. Okay children, so I'll get to you on your Zoom live for another 5 or 10 minutes. Then the remaining part of the story lesson we will try to finish in the next class, that is on Friday's class. Okay children, see you.